Welcome all my viewers and subscribers. I've not been here for a very long time. I just kind of like gave up the channel because I was doing some other things, but I just feel compelled. I've not been here for over a year or something or more, but I just feel compelled to start back the Saturday Sunday School segment of the channel because our children are suffering. They are suffering. Even children whose parents and grandparents are in church, we're not teaching the children anything. It's like we just figure, okay, we have no control over them, so we're not trying to teach them. But it's our responsibility. And the liberality of our society is very scary, and it causes me to wonder, what are we doing? Some of the things that are happening, we are the cause of it. We parents and grandparents are the cause of it because we don't take God seriously, and we have to really consider the young people. Somebody taught us, but we refuse. We want to look cool and feel cool, so we don't want to tell our children about Jesus, and that is not right. A lot of the things that I learned them from my great-grandmother, my mother, and other people around me. And boy, oh boy, we have robbed these children terribly. Do you know that this is the most blessed generation, but they are the most vulnerable? Vulnerable to sin and death. Because what you don't know, there's nothing you can do. When you don't know something, they say you're a fool to what you don't know. When you don't know something, if you know the 10 commandments and you know that thou shalt not kill, you might reconsider. But when you don't think it's something that is bad, you will just go ahead and do it, right? And mothers, fathers, aunties, uncles, grandparents, parents, please do not be afraid to correct your children when they are wrong, because they will thank you for it later. They are going to thank you for it later. If you love your children, you want to see them grow well, grow right, healthy, brilliant in school, but you also need to let them know that God is real and Jesus is coming back. You have to tell them. Right? And I'm talking to every parent. I don't care what religion you are, Jesus is coming. Because we can't say, oh, because that person is of this religion, we can't tell them about Jesus. Jesus said we have to go on the byways and edges and bid wanderers to come. You have to tell them. That means they cannot say they didn't hear it. You understand what I'm saying? When you have a radio in your house or a television, a lot of things come on your television, and that's not what you really want, but you allow it to play because you cannot do anything about it. So when we disseminate the gospel, we cannot say, well, oh, we don't want this person to hear because they are not Christian minded. You just have to do what you need to do. You understand? It's like you go to the market, you pick out what you want, and you leave the rest. You understand what I'm saying? Pick out what you want, you go to dinner, you go out and you eat what you like, and you leave the rest. What is not yours, you leave it alone. But it's going to go out, because we are subjected to a lot of stuff that we don't want to hear, and we don't want to see. And our children are subjected to things that they don't want to hear either. Right? And nobody is saying anything. Nobody is saying anything. Even the leaders, Christian leaders are muzzled because of the deception. Everybody's silent. Nobody not saying anything. And the immorality and all of these things are coming into the church. We have to stand up for what we believe in. We have to choose fire. We cannot afford to watch our children go to waste. And trust me, we are going to be accountable for it. We're going to be very much accountable for it. Because can you imagine after these grandmothers die, right? What is going to happen to our young people? You tell me. Because young people do think it's not cool to be saved and serve Jesus. A lot of people don't think it's cool, but it's not about coolness, man. Because the day is going to come when you're going to be crying out for the Lord, and it will be too late. It will be too late. So whosoever will let him come and drink of the water of life freely. So I'm just kind of giving you a heads up. Whatever you're posting as a Christian, if you're a Christian parent or young brother, young sister, whoever, if you're a Christian teacher or whatever, if you're an influencer on YouTube or wherever, right? I only have WhatsApp and YouTube. I don't have Instagram and the others. I don't want them. What I want to do is to make sure I use my platform to spread the good news that Jesus is still saving. We don't know when the age of the Gentile is going to end, but before it ends, I want to tell somebody that Jesus loves you and he wants to save you, and you just need to accept him as a personal savior. Whoever has a platform, use that space. If you occupy a space on social media, use that space and your time to spread the good news of Jesus Christ. Because you notice our children are exposed to so many things that they don't even want to hear. We're not supposed to be hearing about it. Things that are actions of debauchery and all these things. Our children don't need to hear that. Let them decide for themselves when they come of age. You don't push things on, especially things like those, on your children. Things that you know are sinful. I'm sure if you're a thief, only a careless person would want their son or daughter to become a thief, because we know the ramifications of what can happen if you're caught. So why would you want to expose your children to certain things that are not right? I remember when I used to grow up with my grandmother, my great-grandmother in the country. I cannot remember hearing my grandmother talking about her neighbor. Never, ever heard her, because she was a private person, and you only notice she might pass and not say anything to the person, and you wonder, I wonder if they don't talk. But we never ask any questions. But I have never heard my great-grandmother. So if she's in marriage with somebody, you won't know, because you're not going to hear her say it. You understand? Because they expect you to have manners to the neighbor, So they don't tell you these things. But everything is open like a book. Social media is open like a book. Our children, they have the phone, they can go on pornography sites and all of these things. And it is totally a mess. Children and their parents are equals now. So the children can talk to the parents anyhow. And then you have ungodly psychologists trying to tell you what you can do and what you cannot do. When you have your children, you raise them your way. But don't try to tell godly people what to do. Because we're going the Bible way. But anyway, I'm not going to get into it deep, because I have some other lessons that I want to, work on, and then I come back on the channel, because I feel compelled to do the channel, continue with the channel, and talk about the Lord to these young people. I'm telling you, I feel so sick. And I said, God, what can I contribute? What can I do? Because everybody seems to be just living and, living and feel happy about everything, and you're not thinking about what is brewing. What is brewing? Jesus is coming, and he's coming for already people. So mothers, if you're not ready, get ready. Make your children realize that you are ready. And you can't deprive children of their godly heritage. I have a video on that already that I made maybe like 2-3 years ago. But we really need to get back to basics. Pray. Start praying again. Start praying for your children again. Start having devotion again with them. Please, I am begging you. You understand? I'm going to start having the Sunday school lessons Saturdays and Sundays, since people have different days when they worship. But I am just asking your parents to pray for your children. Talk to them. Read the Bible with them. And then, you leave the rest to the Lord. So you have a blessed day now, and subscribe again to the channel. And I'm going to start doing the Sunday school again. Right? So maybe sometimes I'll be teaching on certain topics and stuff. So just bear with me, because I really feel compelled to do this. Because I had lost interest in on the coming on the ear to say stuff, and I said, well, I've done it all already. It was originally created to talk about my culture, but there are so many people talking about culture and everything, but not enough people are talking about God. And those who are on it talking about God, it is for other reasons. It's not to really save souls. It is to con people. You understand what I'm saying? It is to con people. So because I am not into that, I'm into soul saving, I am going to continue to do what I have to do. You understand? When the 3 Hebrew boys were down in Babylon, it was not popular to serve God. Everybody want to bow to idols. But believe you me, those 3 Hebrew boys chose fire over saving their lives. So you have a blessed day. The Lord bless you and keep you until I see you again. And thank you for watching.